I hit
Roller.
that. We love. Welcome to Speculation Sunday on a Monday. Hello, everybody. One more time, I just want to say Happy Father's Day to everyone. Today's Monday. We wanted to just kind of relax and enjoyed yesterday with the friends and family. And that's the reason we're going live today. We are here with Just Ask Danny. How you doing, Danny?
I'm doing good. How was Father's Day yesterday in the parks?
It was good. It was very good. Me and my sister Monica went we went right when Wondrous Journey was happening. And we just watched it from the back Mickey statue area, and to me that's a good spot. You're not in the crowd. And after fireworks, we went to the train. We did a whole loop around Disneyland, and this is after fireworks and a train. Okay, we did Thunder Mountain, Matterhorn, Alice in Wonderland, Pirates of the Caribbean after the fireworks. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I couldn't believe my eyes. I feel like people go to Disneyland and don't even get to do that. We did that after fireworks. Sundays, or I'll just say this, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, I feel like are just some of the best days to go. They're the more higher tier of tickets in the ticketing system of Disneyland, so you got to pay more for those days. But I feel like they're coming in clutch, and it really seems like capacity is lower on Friday, Saturday, Sundays. At least just in my opinion. Like right now on a Monday, it's horrible. I know it's like a holiday, but Mondays for the most part have been bad. So I just wanted to get that out there. How about you, Danny? How was your weekend and Father's Day?
Good, actually. Traveled up north to the Bay Area where my family lives to go visit them for Father's Day. And I had to drive. And I feel like a lot of people did that probably because my drive home today was really bad traffic-wise. So I think everyone was coming home the same time. So, but it was good. It was good being up there. They actually have warm weather, which is weird. And we have cold, like gloomy weather. So it's like we have their weather and they have like our weather. It's kind of
Like
like
a flip-flop?
Mm-hmm.
One thing too I do want to say, today is our first day where we're streaming on YouTube and simultaneously streaming on the Twitter. Recently we did a Twitter Spaces. Shout out to all the people who joined on that. We talked about Halloween Horror Nights. Twitter Spaces is nice. It's just a different platform, different format of getting people together to talk about something, and I thought it went really well. But today on Speculation Sunday, we got a gifted membership from Arlene Odell. Fires. And that gifted membership, who did it go to? To Joanna Cortez. I'll see everybody Members Monday, which is on a Tuesday because we delayed everything. But I'll see everybody on a members only live stream tomorrow. Thank you, Arlene. Appreciate your kindness. What's up, Noah? What's up, Danny?
What's up, Noah?
I saw somebody.
Oh, so it says where the comments come from.
Oh, okay.
So you get both comments.
Both comments, so the Twitter side and then here.
I only see like YouTube comments.
Yeah, I think on the Twitter, it's my first time I think ever doing a live over there on that end. We got 10 people watching on the Twitter side, so welcome. Thank you everybody that's watching over there as well. Danny, give us a breakdown on your podcast before we get anything started. Just want to let everybody know what's the update on that.
Yeah, I had a new episode come out last week on the normal day, Tuesday. Being that we're doing Speculation Sunday tonight, I'm going to do my best to get an episode out tomorrow, but chances are it probably will be out on Wednesday instead of Tuesday. So look for that either tomorrow or Wednesday. But it's every week, 5571 podcast. So you search for it on any platform. And I'm thinking about moving the podcast, not moving it, but like doing the podcast simultaneously on YouTube as well, because a lot of people would want to see like a visual to it. So I'm thinking that maybe like I'm gonna try to see if I can do that. I have to look into that. But that's my next goal, is to get the video podcast going, so you can watch it on YouTube.
Uh-oh. We got a frozen Danny.
Just lost Danny.
Can you hear me, Danny?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I was like, it just froze.
You got things running in the background, Mondo?
I got everything running. No, I don't. I do not.
You gotta close all the stuff in the background.
I know. I'm closing it right now. Had a couple things. Umberto says The Last of Us got announced. What do you think? What do you think of that, Danny? What do you think of The Last of Us coming to Halloween Horror Nights 2023?
I'm excited, and I'm even more excited that it's based solely off the video game and not the television show. So I feel like they're gonna, because of that, I think they're gonna get a lot more scary, and it could be the year of the video games, right? If they do happen to do Five Nights at Freddy's, we got Last of Us and Five Nights at Freddy's. That'd be like a cool double hit. But I heard a lot of people saying that because Five Nights at Freddy's comes out in October or later October, like towards Halloween, they were saying that they don't think that Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be this year and maybe next year. But I'm like, man, what a wasted opportunity to like not market it. But
I think Five Nights at Freddy, since it's like universal, it could happen. It really could happen. People would love it. It'd bring a different fan base that's all, connected to that video game, and introduces just new people to Halloween Horror Nights. I think it's a win-win if they do Five Nights at Freddy. The Last of Us, I started watching like a compilation of the cutscenes of the video game, and it's really similar to the show. It's kind of crazy how they kind of mirror themselves. But yeah, the video game's crazy. The season, or I guess I'll call it season 1 of The Last of Us, is really good. Really good. Today's live stream, I want to do it as a Q&A. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys, everybody in the chat, to talk about what you guys want to talk about. What is on your minds? What subjects, topics, questions, travel planning, whatever you guys want to talk about, post in the comments. Let's make today a fun and interactive day with your questions. I have one from Emily. Do you think Disneyland will still celebrate 100 after Christmas is over? It doesn't seem like it's been a whole year. What are your thoughts? Do we get Mickey's Mix Magic? Because that's where it would go, right? I don't, unless it goes back to Disney 100.
They said it was going to be 18 months, right? Or like they said a little over a year. So I would assume we're going to get more celebration, or just the decorations are going to stick around. It would make sense that they would do that, maybe through March at least. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, because they change things all the time. So, but I mean, they kind of hinted that it was already going to be that way. So maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Was there like a Parks blog or something?
I wanted to point back to Mondo. So we have confirmation, right? Of speaking of Halloween Horror Nights, we know that The Last of Us is going to where Killer Clowns was, like right next to Mummy. So we know that that's that spot. Which, that's a really good spot. That's like a really like a big spot for like a big maze. So that'll be good. And then we know Chucky is going where Scarecrow was last year. So what we don't know is what's going to be where Pandora's box was. And we don't know what's going to be the maze that we're seeing constructed at Mel's Diner. So
where La Llorona was last year.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff up in the air. The one that keeps gaining steam right now, Danny, is that Stranger Things is going to come back. And what I was thinking, if Stranger Things comes back, then that means Netflix properties are back on the table. Yeah, the Fear Streets. Even though I feel like nobody would want it, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that was another one that was out there, a Netflix property. What was that? The house? Haunting a Hill House?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want no Haunting of Hill Houses, but it's on the table if Netflix comes back. All right, let's read some of these questions. Let's see. What have people been saying? A lot of people want that Five Nights at Freddy house. Audrey says, "Hi, Mondo Danny. I'm traveling to Disneyland from Texas in mid-August for 6 days, 5 nights. Would you recommend spending the money for the princess breakfast for someone that is out of state?" I don't know how many are in your group, Audrey, but that's $125 per person. But if character dining and especially princess is important to you, yes, it's so worth it. It's a very premium price point, but Napa Rose food is delicious. The service is incredible. And the one-on-ones that you get with if I'm not mistaken, it could be like 5 to 7 different princesses, and they change throughout all the time. It's not always like the same, but it's really worth it. If princesses is something that like is what you're looking forward to as a meet and greet, it's the premium experience. The premium experience. I've never heard nothing bad out of that experience from all the people that have done it. It's just a high price point, very high price point. But I recommend it, Audrey. I recommend it. We got Benji. What are the possibilities that Universal Studios buys Warner Brothers, moves their studios to the Warner Brother lot, has a huge park expansion at Universal Studios Hollywood? We could only dream of something like that, right? I don't think there's there's no possibility of that. But what I was hearing, since the video game like IP is coming back to Horror Nights, why not do Batman Arkham Asylum? We've seen Danny went through it. What was that maze you did, or that walkthrough in Warner Brothers lot?
It was an Arkham Asylum maze. They had like a Pennywise maze. They had they also had The Conjuring.
Dude,
yeah.
We need to bring Batman Arkham Asylum to Halloween Horror Nights. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be really good. Amy Bailon, Danny, are they selling DVC to the new Disney hotel area?
Yes.
It's very expensive, Amy. You're dropping $10,000 to $25,000 on whatever loan you do, so be prepared. With your recommendations, me and my family had a blast. Knott's Fireworks Show. Any announcement for firework dates this year? They haven't said nothing about 4th of July, which is kind of like we're getting down to the wire. Right? I didn't think about that.
Right.
Knott's is going to do fireworks, and most of the time they do it on the 3rd and the 4th. But I haven't heard nothing from them. I'm going to click 4th of July on their search bar. Yeah, they only have information for 2022. But Knott's goes hard on the 4th of July fireworks. I recommend. Peter says, does Mummy section HHN go away if they truly do something to the Mummy ride? Yeah, we would for sure lose that house. But the Super Nintendo will expand that way. That's the real question.
Right.
But the Mummy, I almost feel like the Mummy's going to be that one ride that 30 years goes by, people predict it's going to go away, and never goes away. It's just
so. Did you
stand the test of time.
Did you break down on your spaces, Mondo? Because I didn't have a chance since I was with family this weekend to see it. I did see it pop up. I didn't have a chance to listen. Did you guys break down the wildness of like the crazy information about Halloween Horror Nights this year that we got?
Yeah, the whole early entry being a charge, how tickets work, how only 2 p.m. goes into Super Nintendo World, how prices went up. Yeah, we talked about it all.
Okay.
It's quite a bit to get through because a lot changed. Frequent Fear went up to $209. Wednesdays all got added now to, or at least I think Wednesdays are added to Frequent Fear. There's more Halloween Horror Nights than ever.
Did you get
Any
your
cruise? Yeah, I got my Frequent Fear. Have you bought yours?
No, I'm not buying one. No, because it's too far. So I can only I'll go to Universal Studios like twice maybe. So I'll just buy tickets twice.
Dude, make it a RIP as one of your days.
That's what I'm saying. One of them's gonna be RIP, hopefully with you, and then I'll do another day.
There has been some cruise line updates. I don't know if you had a chance to check this out, Kenneth. Good question. Right here, this is the character outfits that we will be getting on cruises. I feel like they're pretty nice. It's very different from what we're getting in the theme parks. I love these outfits. These are great outfits, very festive. You know that's Christmas. Another, where is it? Is it this Halloween one? I don't know if they show outfits right there. I'm trying to think. No, I don't think they put Halloween outfits out. But not much to talk about. I know that they're doing the 25th Disney Cruise stuff right now. I hope to go very soon. Let's see.
And depending on the cruise, they have added Magic Band Plus to the cruise. So if you have a Disneyland Magic Band Plus and you're going on a cruise, depending on which ship you're on, you can use Magic Band Plus now on the ship. So they do heavily rely on like the Navigator app, the cruise line app when you're there, but now you'll be able to use your Magic Band Plus as well in conjunction to that for a little bit better convenience.
Let me see. What are people asking? Zaman. Hey, Mondo, so far, Walt Disney World Genie Plus, when you book for 4 days, is Genie Plus activated those 4 days, or do you have to buy each park you go to for every other day you go? So you buy Genie Plus in Walt Disney World, you have to buy it when you scan in the park. That's how it works over there. Disneyland, you could pre-purchase it. Walt Disney World, I don't know why, but it's not pre-purchasable. So once you scan in, you got to buy it for each person, each day you're trying to do it. That's just how it works.
And Zombie Man, it's a little bit dirtier there too because it is a tourist destination, right? More than Disneyland is. So the Genie Plus there favors guests that are staying in the hotels. So guests at the hotels, if they have Genie Plus that day, they can wake up at 7 a.m. and make their first selection for whatever park they're going to before they even get into the park. And that includes individual lightning lanes and their Genie Plus selections. So they can do like 2 right off the bat, back to back, right when they wake up at 7 o'clock. So it really puts the regular guests who are coming from off property or from like a Universal property at a little bit of a disadvantage because let's say if the park opens at 9 o'clock, you've already had 2 hours of hotel guests at Disneyland or Disney World Resort booking their selections. So that was a big deal when I went this last time. Not this last trip because I was staying on property, but the time before that. By the time I got there at 9 a.m. when the parks opened, everything was already at like 5 p.m. So it really puts day guests at a disadvantage. So you really want to keep an eye on what the selections look like for the fast passes you want to book before you actually buy it. Because unless you're planning on like being outside the gates before rope drop like every single day, which isn't super realistic, but if that's what you want to do, then you can make sure that you're in right away. But hotel guests can just wake up and book it from their room, so it really doesn't incentivize regular guests to do it as much.
Yeah. Let me see. We got Mark W. We saw Elemental today, and it definitely wasn't as bad as the box office numbers. I feel like Danny's been out of the loop on this whole Elemental thing. I was going to do a video on it, but I was like, man, I think the right word, it's very negative. Elemental box office debacle. Pixar movie opens to record worst 29,600,000 over the whole weekend. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't have an opinion. But a lot of close friends that have seen this movie have said that it's good. that they enjoyed it. And then there's a lot of people that are saying it's like super mid. And other people have told me that it's not even a kids movie. It's like more adult. And I was like, what? So I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. What I can say from a Pixar perspective, we've seen a lot of flops. It's getting kind of hard on Pixar. And one thing that was being said a lot, I feel like, is that Disney has trained people to watch Pixar on Disney Plus. Do you feel that way, Danny? Are you in that boat that Disney has trained us to just wait for Disney Plus? Because that's kind of the route that they've gone with a lot of movies, straight to Disney Plus. What are your thoughts on all that?
I think, in all honesty, I don't even think it's because, obviously we know, but Lightyear was a terrible movie, and it was regarded that way by almost everyone. Everyone thought it was a terrible movie. It did terribly, and I think that really soured a lot of people's opinions. But I don't even think that's the main reason. What I really think is the main reason is marketing. Disney spent a ton of money marketing their own movies, and when it came to Pixar during the pandemic, starting with Pixar onward, when the pandemic first hit and the park shut down, there just really wasn't any marketing. And if you look in the past, we had characters in the parks, we had special food offerings, there was merch all over the place for the characters, there was McDonald's toys. You knew a movie was coming out, and during the pandemic, Soul came out, and then Lightyear came out, and what's the panda one? I forget.
Turning Red.
Turning Red came out, and no one even knew that. Like, a lot of people I knew didn't even know it came out. So I think what Disney is really facing with Pixar is that people just forgot about Pixar, if that makes sense. Like, they just forgot about it. So yeah. They don't, it's not on the forefront of their mind anymore. And Disney was never, they were putting $0 into marketing them when they were coming out on Disney Plus. So now all of a sudden they put a little bit of money into Elemental to try to get people to go back to the theaters. But it just wasn't, I think people already just lost their interest in anything that had to do with Pixar. And it's not even because of anything really, that other than Disney stopped caring about it, so everyone else stopped caring about it. And I 100% think that's the case. And Pixar kind of knows that's the case too. Like, if you were on Twitter at all over the weekend, you could see so many people that were involved in the making of the movie. They were begging people to go see it, and they were they really felt like Disney just gave up on Pixar, and they've felt that way for a really long time, ever since Soul. And Soul's one of my favorite Pixar movies ever. And I feel like it was done totally dirty. The director of this movie is so great, is so good. He had a role in a lot of different movies as a voice actor. So he was in Monsters University and a bunch of other movies. And then they gave him a shot to direct his first movie, and he directed The Good Dinosaur, which I personally really liked, but was historically, when Pixar was at its peak, one of the worst performing Pixar movies of all time. I don't know why. I really liked Good Dinosaur. I think maybe because the story was a little predictable. It was kind of like Lion King, just told with dinosaurs. So it's the same director as The Good Dinosaur. So I guess he doesn't have that good of a track record as far as hits go at Pixar. But
at least box office.
Yeah, box office. Yeah, but personally, I felt like The Good Dinosaur was a really good movie. It had a great message. It sounds like Elemental has a good movie and a great message. But Turning Red was so good as far as the message and everything, but it kind of got lost in controversy, and then also Disney never talked about it, so it kind of just fell off the wayside. Same with Lightyear. Lightyear got lost in controversy, and then on top of that, it just wasn't a good movie. It didn't even really make sense as to why they were making that movie. So, it just was I think all that just really made people kind of I don't know. I think the only thing that can maybe, someone said on Twitter or something, the only thing that can really save Pixar is when Toy Story comes out. So
is when John Lasseter does it.
Well, John Lasseter already has his own studio, and he's already.
No, I know that's not. It's just it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you guys have seen any of John Lasseter. Well, he only has one movie currently, but he has another one coming in August. But if you watch it, it looks exactly like Pixar. Like, but it like the animation, everything, but like more. It is a Mondo, but look more Pixar than the Pixar movies do. If that makes sense.
Crazy. What's the John Lasseter movie called?
It's called Luck, and it's on Apple TV Plus.
Man, Apple TV Plus is they're gonna be a game changer, dude. They're building up steam. Luck movie. I want to look at it real quick. I want to see this.
Yeah, play the trailer. Play the trailer live right now.
Is called Luck?
Yeah, Luck.
That's the one that already came out.
Yeah, it came out in like March, and then he has another one coming out in August, but I don't know what it's called.
Let me see. I'll see if I could open up like an article. Let me see. All right, this is from the Variety, right here. Is this it? We're looking at the right one.
Luck. That's Luck.
Oh, and that's on an Apple TV.
That's on Apple TV Plus. Most people have access to Apple TV Plus if they bought an iPhone or some sort of Apple device in the last year. They don't even know. But I think subscription's pretty low anyway if you want to subscribe to it. Got some other great TV shows like Ted Lasso and stuff like that are doing really well. And in fact, the Oscar for like the best movie went to a movie from that service. So they're doing good for themselves.
Apple TV, dude. And I feel like they're getting a lot of big names like to do movies and shows too. Like as of recent, a lot of big actors.
Supposedly someone in the chat, Mondo, said that Spellbound is the new movie, 2023.
Spellbound? Let me look. I'm just curious. Spellbound.
Oh no, I don't think that's it.
It's not Spellbound?
Let me see here. Skydance.
I'm going to the IMDb.
I'm looking at their website. Oh, here it is. This is the new movie right here.
What's it called? LuzXO, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate your kindness. Thank you everybody for being here. I know it's not the normal
day to
do a speculation Sunday.
It's called Spellbound.
Oh, it is Spellbound. Okay.
Yeah, all one word, Spellbound.
Let me see. I think they're being pretty secret of what it is. There's not a lot to it right now.
Spellbound coming out in 2024, and I think there's another one coming out this year in August though. So they're working on some movies. Let's see here.
Yeah, that's like all the marketing that's on IMDb. All right. Let me see. Let me keep going. I'm just getting through. LuzXO with the super chat. How much have y'all paid for round trip LAX to Orlando? Want to go, but Disneyland is more affordable. We drive 4 hours and stay at a hotel. Are Orlando hotels cheaper? Very loaded question right here. I guess you're traveling 4 hours. Lots of times, it depends what time of the year you're trying to fly. There's been times where I've gone to Orlando round trip, like for $275. Sometimes it's been $450. Like a December trip, $800 easy. It's expensive. Orlando hotels, there's cheap and then obviously there's very expensive, just like anywhere else. I would tend to say Disneyland hotels are more expensive than Orlando. That's just my opinion. But follow your heart, LuzXO, wherever you try to go. I always recommend American Airlines Delta. That's kind of where I kind of stay. Sometimes Southwest, if there's more budget friendly. I wouldn't probably, I don't think I would go out of those flights or those airliners. But Walt Disney World has value resort, which could range from like 115 a night to 145 a night. And those have only bus transportation to the resorts. But they're called All-Star Movie, All-Star Music, All-Star Sports. I've stayed in them. I enjoyed it. I stayed at them twice. I've enjoyed the All-Stars. But Luz, follow your heart wherever you're trying to go. Let me see. We just need Toy Story level Pixar to come back. I was watching Finding Nemo today, and when I watch Finding Nemo, I always get the feeling of like, look how dirty storytelling was back then. It's so beautiful. And when you compare it to Lightyear, it's like, what the hell happened here? I don't like, how I feel the same way. I felt this yesterday when I got on Pirates of the Caribbean. I always think to myself, like, this ride is so old. Hundreds of animatronics, incredible show scenes, this like storytelling from beginning to end it's just nonstop, and we get web slingers. I haven't got over that. We get web slingers.
Someone else brought up another good point, Mondo. Marvel's Secret Invasion comes out in 2 days. Did you even?
Nobody cares.
Did you even know that?
I didn't know it was coming out in 2 days. I do know that they set up a stage or something. I don't know if I put it in my story or not. Somebody posted, I think it was Entertainment Connection, that there was like a stage that they put where the steps are right there in Avengers Campus. And I'm just like, even if Nick Fury came to the campus, I'm good. It's just things are getting to the scrolls and multiverse, and I don't know, dude. It's I don't know. It's kind of losing it for me. It's I don't know. Ever since like No Way Home dropped and we didn't get 3 Spider-Mans at Avengers Campus, I'm like, it's just missing out. Did you see the trailer to Elio? Did you care to see that one or nah?
I saw a D23 Expo.
Oh, so you already seen it? Damn.
Well, I didn't see the movie, but I saw like what they shared with us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, just like I saw, I had seen Elemental parts of it way back at D23 Expo. So I was excited for it back then, but I just feel like it came out at a bad weekend.
Yeah, I don't understand how Disney drops a movie with The Flash. And the crazy part is like the movie schedules right now are getting so compiled where it was like Little Mermaid, Transformers, Elemental, Flash, and then if I'm not mistaken, Indiana Jones. And then Mission Impossible, Oppenheimer. Like, goddamn. There's not enough money to go around of all this. Of like,
Mondo,
I have the AMC Pass stubs or whatever, and it's hard for me to go to the movies.
I was gonna say, give us the Purge horn, because where is the Miles Morales meet and greet?
Where is Miles Morales at Avengers Campus? I see his signature on the wall, but where is he? Miles Morales, day one of the movie being dropped in the theater, and Gwen, Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, both of them meet and greeting. Like, missed opportunity. I saw just huge missed opportunity. James G, when do you think San Francisco will be done? I think it's going to be very soon. And when I say very soon, probably like less than a month, in my opinion. I think they're gearing up for like before Halloween opening. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, we have the more important thing is like we have to remember that nothing's closed, right? So I don't really think that we're gonna have I think all the things are gonna open just as they come, and then once everything's completed as far as like changing it over, then Disney will probably have some sort of like little media event, and then you'll start seeing it all over your social media because they'll invite all the influencers, right, to to like post stuff about it. But I feel like the cerveceria and the meet and greet and like the Lucky Cat Cafe, like they're all gonna just like reopen, and like it's gonna just kind of go unnoticed, and like people will talk about it, but then they'll have like some sort of media moment where like they once everything's done. So, but I think they'll all open individually, and I think we're not that far off, like maybe weeks away from the cerveceria opening. And then I think there's going to be a point in time when the Bodine bread factory has to close, so they can turn it into Lucky Cafe, a Lucky Cat Cafe, and then remove all the scaffolding that's around it right now, because right now it's completely covered and it has no signs. So,
dude, let me see if I can find this real quick, Danny. Do you know there's basketball teams that are coming with San Francisco? Did you know that?
well, I mean, it makes sense. You're in the middle of San Francisco, right? So they already have advertisements for the San Francisco Institute of Technology. So
Look at
SFI, yeah,
that. They got like multiple sports. This is on the waterfront side.
they have another advertisement like below that for the San Francisco Institute of Technology, which is where Hito and his brother went to school, and I think Hito's like in that movie, like or in the university, which is how he met all his friends. So they're definitely tying it in really well with the movie.
Yeah. I'm excited. San Francisco, new cuisine, new drinks, new meet and greets. There's gonna be a lot of fun, and in a way, it's a new Marvel land. Even though Disney's not selling it like that, that's all Marvel. Pacific Wharf, Marvel. Everything's Marvel. But they don't want to say it. Kind of weird, huh, Danny? That they don't want to say that's like a new Marvel area. They're like, this is San Francisco. Oh man, I forgot. There's also a Haunted Mansion and a Barbie movie right around the corner. There's just so much movie. Oh man, it's crazy, just crazy. We got Orange Grove 55 with the super chat. What's up, man? 5 fires. What music do you fellas like? Personally, I'm into hip hop, rap, and K-pop. 5 fires. I'll let Danny go first.
I like K-pop too, so we share with that one for sure. I listen to a lot of soundtracks. I'm not gonna lie, I love music scores, soundtracks, stuff like that. I like pop music too, and rock music. I like classic rock though. I don't like a lot of like new stuff. And I'm also a really big Taylor Swift fan. So if anyone doesn't like Taylor Swift, I'm sorry, but I really like Taylor Swift. So,
dude, this is funny. Let me see if I can play this real quick. I like hip hop. I like rock music. I like punk rock. I like techno. For some reason, I've been in a techno kick, and the techno kick took me to this song. I think this is it. Hold on. Is it?
no.
Wait. Oh yeah, dude.
Crazy Frog.
Dude, oh my God. Do you remember this? Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, we listened to this like 2 times yesterday. Bing, bing. It's just so random. I've been in a techno kick lately. But yeah, I like punk rock. I listened to Sublime a lot recently. I've been into Sublime a lot.
Love Sublime. It's never gets old.
What's his name? Who sings Banana Pancakes? I keep wanting to say Howard Johnson. Jack Johnson. Jesus. Jack Johnson.
I'm not a Jack Johnson fan. No.
And recently, I don't know why, but on the way to Disneyland, I was listening to Slayer. I was just listening to Slayer, so
hey,
I'm all over the place.
Good.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, Orange Grove. I'm all over the. I could go from like Drake, Slayer, that Frog song to like Linkin Park.
Dude, I'll go from like Def Leppard to like Taylor Swift to like all of a sudden it's playing like Pirates of the Caribbean movie soundtrack.
Love it.
It's like all over the place.
I listen to soundtracks too, like Jurassic
Yeah.
Park, Back to the Future. Even like we were listening to Titanic. Beautiful music there too. Yeah, I love movie soundtracks. And you know who has a baller movie soundtrack? The new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
I wish some of that music could come to the campus. It would be so cool. Mia Alyssa says, will we be seeing the other characters meeting as well from Big Hero 6? And would they be in their superhero outfits?
We might. They said other friends from the movie. So they only showed Baymax, but we've also seen the villain from that movie as well in the parks before. So that's another possible character coming back. But I think it's Japan, Mondo, or Hong Kong. They've had
It was Hong Kong.
Yeah, they've had Hiro's friends in their superhero outfits. So the costumes exist. So we could get those costumes for sure. They exist. They've been made before.
I'm trying to find right here, Danny. I think this is it. Right there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Damn. That would be the coolest meet and greet. Freaking cool, dude.
We all know, Mondo, that Disney's not about spending money right now. So
I know, but please, you're giving us freaking San Francisco. Give us the characters.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. They're going to give us Baymax because they already have the costume.
They already have it.
And then
they'll give us the villain because they already did it for Villains Night.
And we've had Hiro before as well, and he's not a like masked character like it is there in Japan. He's more of a face character with just like a wig on. So we'll probably, my guess is we'll just have those two, and then maybe we'll have the villain.
Yeah, I think maybe next year we could get more characters, but I think right now they just care about Baymax. That's the main one. They want Baymax out there. We got theme park conductor. Hi, Mondo. Universal Hollywood behind ET parking structure. Massive construction is being done. There's a building being built. What do you think it is? I've seen it before. I don't know. Have you seen that construction, Danny, that's happening out there?
Yes.
I don't think it's theme park related. It's like it's not in an area. Like, how do you even get there from a theme park perspective? I don't know. But I don't think it's theme park. I think it's just administration stuff. Universal is really going hard on administrative buildings. They're building that whole facility that's right behind the Voice, or on the other side of Jurassic World. Humongous parking structure, humongous buildings, all for administrative stuff. I think it's like a college for Universal, but I don't think it's theme park related. Let me see. We got a super chat from Draco. Oh, damn. Thank you, Mondo, for the Disneyland trip last night, dude. Great time. Got to go with my sister. Monica is always a good time. And I like having Monica be on the YouTube because, like, I feel like she's just not, I don't even know what the right word is, a social butterfly. So getting her out of the comfort zone, it's nice. And you guys are also nice. And I appreciate you guys being so supportive. Anthony says they should have the premiere of Haunted Mansion at Disneyland like they did with the Jungle Cruise.
They should.
Do you think they go that hard?
I would hope they do. But I don't know. Disney just not in a spending mode right now because they're laying people off and stuff like that. So I feel like
they got to a point they're removing stuff off Disney Plus.
Yeah. I can't see them doing like it's probably just logistically a lot easier for them to just do it at the El Capitan like they've been doing. Just keep doing it at the El Capitan. Just keep doing it. Yeah, Capitan's their go-to. It's just, and then they don't have to affect the theme park schedule. So, like, yeah.
Let's see. How do you feel about Woody and Buzz coming back for Toy Story 5? They just won't retire. To me, Woody and Buzz is Toy Story. I find it hard to believe that I could watch a Toy Story movie and there is no Woody and Buzz. They're just it's like taking Iron Man out of Iron Man. You're like, what the hell are we watching now? What do you think, Danny? I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I don't feel like aside from like maybe like a kid's short on Disney Plus, I don't think that the Toy Story universe, I guess you could say, will lend itself to additional storytelling as well as like Star Wars has, right? With doing things like Bad Batch, Mandalorian, like just other things besides the main movies, right? Like they've had some successes, some not successes, but for the most part, it's successful. Like I feel like the Toy Story is Buzz Lightyear, Woody, and then all the other characters that we know. So if they're not a part of it, they just shouldn't be doing Toy Story anymore. Unless it's like
spin it off in a something. It's not Toy Story.
And yeah, unless it's like some like Squeaky has some shorts on Disney Plus or something like that. Like, but trying to make a movie with like a different set of toys isn't, in my opinion, is just doomed to fail. Doomed to fail.
I don't want to watch it, to be honest. I don't even know why it's a question that Woody and Buzz should come back. It should be, or the side characters coming back. You know what I mean? Not Woody and Buzz. What? Man, Disney's in such a weird mode. I feel like for Disney to be struggling on the media side, that's where they're spending tons of money. So for them to be in this like weird limbo of not profitability on movies, it's going to affect big time. And I don't want to get into it too deep, but the reason I say that it's going to affect things big time because there's a writer's strike. So this concept of continuous content, how Bob Chapek wanted this whole world of Disney Plus to be, the new show, new movie, new short, all these weird stuff happening on a constant. Things are going to slow down humongously. We already saw those crazy ass setbacks that happened with Disney movies, where we're not going to get Avatar 5 until 2031, Danny. We're going to be old men by then, dude. Sheesh. Oh, man. So I don't know. Disney needs to turn it around. If I gave you the reins, Danny, just putting you on the hot seat, what movie do you drop next? You have the reins of a Bob Iger. What movie do you drop next to try to make $1 billion? What movie are you dropping?
Well, I think
this is total hot. You didn't even know this question was coming, so that's why.
I think the common theme is that like when you see it online, like people are just done with live action remakes. They don't want them anymore. And we have just so many on the roster. Like they're making Lilo and Stitch.
Moana.
Like in my opinion, like unless they do like a Roger Rabbit situation where Stitch is completely animated, no matter which way they try to make Stitch into like a real life looking thing, it's gonna look bad. Everyone's gonna say it's gonna look bad. It's going to be the meme on the internet about like the next ugly Sonic on how bad Stitch looks. Like, just imagine, Mondo, like the people that animated the animals from Lion King try to animate Stitch into a real life. It's just not going to be... He's got to be animated or it's going to be weird.
It's going to be weird.
So, it's going to be weird. They got Moana live action coming out. That'll be okay.
If I got the reins to the Bob Iger world, I just saw Super Mario Bros. Make $1 billion, and that's a video game adaptation. I would take the risk and drop Kingdom Hearts, baby!
Hey,
woo! Kingdom Hearts, baby!
That's a pretty good one. That's a good storyline, too. It would lend well to...
And I would make it an hour and a half. Not these ridiculous epic 3-hour trilogies. I would make it an hour and a half. Kingdom Hearts, just super badass. Super badass. And I feel like you're bringing so many audiences together with the Kingdom Hearts. People are going to go crazy. They want a number 2 already. I haven't even seen number 1. I want number 2. I want a number 2 already.
That's true. That's true. They could do that.
And the reason I say it too, Danny, I would also do it of Disney Studios and Pixar movie. We're getting both studios to work together. Probably not possible. They probably hate each other for all we know, but I would do it. I would do it. We got Adam with the super chat. Shout out to the best mods in the business. Oh, damn. Hey, shout out to the mods always. You guys are so amazing. Making this community, this live stream, this chat so awesome. And it's always a good time to hang out in a Fire Speculation Sunday. Thank you so much, Adam. What were we going to say, Danny?
I was going to say, I really like the live action movies they've been making based off of like theme park attractions. So obviously Pirates of the Caribbean was really good. It was done well. They did a Haunted Mansion before. It didn't do very good, right? So we'll see how this Haunted Mansion does. But, you know, we have a Haunted Mansion movie or a Matterhorn movie in the works. We have a Big Thunder movie in the works. We had a Jungle Cruise movie that did really, really well and was excellent, by the way. And I'm pretty sure they're making a sequel for Jungle Cruise. So I feel like that's the strategy they should go. Because it's not a story truly that's told, right? Like, it has a baseline story, so it's not like a live action remake. It's, you know, they made up a whole story for Pirates of the Caribbean. They made up a whole story for the Jungle Cruise. There's little nods to the attraction, right? But they don't talk about like the Moonflower or any of that stuff in the attraction. So like it's like a new story. And I think people are just tired of like seeing the stories that they knew just made into another movie again. It's like the same thing over and over and over again. So like I think these attractions that are turning into movies and then eventually something based on the SEA, like that'll be a really good
One big universe.
Yeah, one big universe.
I'm excited. I do like the concept of attractions becoming a movie. But I will say they need to like really give it a solid story to fall in love with. Jungle Cruise was good. I just didn't. I wasn't in love. I don't know why.
I loved it. I loved the movie.
Like Jungle Cruise is not a movie that you like play again even a year later. Like I don't know when I watched Jungle Cruise again. Pirates in the Caribbean, I watch those all the time. I Pirates 1 and 2 still hit hard. They hit hard. We got gifted membership from Crystal and Chris. 5 fires. Thank you, Crystal and Chris.
It went to Mia Alyssa.
Thank you, Crystal and Chris. Hope you guys had a wonderful Father's Day. I saw you guys had a burrito. Freaking made me want a wet burrito. I'm so hungry right now. A Space Mountain movie could be awesome. I would love a Space Mountain movie.
Yeah, they could do a lot. You know, the Tomorrowland movie like didn't do very well, but I really liked the Tomorrowland movie. I thought it was super cool, and I loved how they tied it into the parks with like hidden. You know,
is that the one with George Clooney? We're talking about George Clooney.
Yeah, I've actually watched that one like 5 times.
That movie had no chance too when it came out. I don't know what it was, but it came out at a bad time. That's what I remember of that movie. I enjoyed that movie. I've seen it twice. I've seen that one twice. I actually own like a pin of that Tomorrowland symbol that they created. I remember that.
Yeah, me too.
Michael says, do you think David Crockett and SCA in Thunder Mountain movie?
I hope they introduce the SEA in the Haunted Mansion or the Thunder Mountain movie that's coming out. And I'm really excited too for the Matterhorn movie because I think it'll breathe life into the Matterhorn again.
Yeah, I would love a Matterhorn movie. Let me see. I'm just going through. Ooh, Soren the movie. Hear me out. I don't know what route they would go, but it would be cool. It'd be cool. You know, another franchise that got you just reminded me, Ian, was the what was what's the movie where Nicolas Cage was supposed to be in it, or like people wanted him to be back in it, but he wasn't. What's that movie called?
National Treasure. He wasn't in the show on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's another one that Disney just was like the heart. Yeah, that's the perfect example of like not the Woody and Buzz effect. Nicolas Cage is that. He is that IP. He's just so embedded. Same thing with Johnny Depp and freaking Jack Sparrow. A Pirates of the Caribbean without Jack Sparrow? What? I don't want to watch that. We got Soraya. What would be your dream HHN house lineup? HHN classics, new shows, movies? That is a loaded question. I just want a werewolf house and a raptor house, like Jurassic Park Raptors. And if I could get a dark arts house, it'd be terrifying. You just got a bunch of dark arts and then creatures from Harry Potter universe. That's terrifying.
In my opinion, Mondo, I know it's not happening, but like such a shame on the anniversary of the Jurassic Park movie, and it's like they got all this stuff. It's absolutely 100% the perfect time to have an HHN house for Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, and they're not doing it, and it's a shame. It's a perfect time to do it.
I know. It's true. Dude, Jurassic Park Raptors. That's how you got to call it. Just a bunch of raptors, tall grass, and then end it with just a huge T-Rex coming at you, and you just got to get out of the room as fast as possible. All right, Danny, I want to go into this juicy one. Take a little break from all the Q&A. Check this out, Danny. I know you saw it. What in the Baba Freak is going on right here? So, Gavin Newsom went to Pride Night, but nobody put one and one together that they were going to be talking some Disneyland Forward. This picture says a lot. This picture was taken to be like, where you at, DeSantis? We're going this way. I don't know why else this would be taken. A weird promo photo right here, dude. And they also had one in the dirt field, Danny. And I'll go into that picture in a little bit. But what are your thoughts when you see this? Because we're also heavily invested on Disneyland Forward and the future of Disneyland. This could only mean good things, right?
Yeah. He is definitely a PR shot from Gavin Newsom, right? He's definitely trying to position himself in a more positive light, when it comes to business with Disney, right? And he's trying to foreshadow, like, the Ron DeSantis is like basically being anti-Disney, and he's there, with Bob Iger, listening or finding out more information about Disneyland Forward. We're only a month away now from them making the rule book for this proposal public. So next month we'll see the release of that, and hopefully Mondo and I can get a hold of it and kind of break it down in some ways to kind of go over it a little bit. But he's definitely trying to position himself, and Bob Iger loves it too, because they need to get the public on their side for this, right? They need to, when they vote on it next year in 2024, they need them to be on their side, and they don't really have a current mayor in the city of Anaheim that's very super friendly with Disney, so they got some work to do.
Let me ask a question. I was thinking to myself, do you think they just PNG'd these people into this? Because when you look at the photo on the top, look at that. Something's off there. I don't know why. They just cropped them in. They're like, hey, have Gavin take this photo. Just crop in Josh and Bob. Oh, man. I want to get to another photo involving Disneyland Forward, Danny. And this is the one that's unknown, but it was a picture of Gavin Newsom looking at this in the dirt field, which is that's being constructed right now. And nobody really has any information because I've never seen whatever the hell this is. A lot of people in the comments were mentioning the red is obviously buildings that are going to be taken away, and green are just, I guess, the ones that are staying. I don't know. Did you hear anything about this concept art of whatever the hell this is? What's going on here, dude? Because it's so interesting. It's in relation to Disneyland Forward.
Yeah,
sorry, Downtown Disney. My bad, Downtown Disney.
I saw that too, and I was trying to zoom in on it. Couldn't see it. It's not high enough quality. I'd love to see what the red says and what the green says, but we can't see it. It could be like Mondo was saying, like this is like phase 1, and then this is phase 2. So like these are the buildings that are happening right now. These are the buildings that are happening 2024. So like, you know, that could be kind of what the way we're going with it. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm sure they were in the dirt pit, which is turning really quickly into not a dirt pit. If you've seen it lately, Mondo.
I'll be out there soon covering it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of action
it's completely gone vertical. Yeah, it's gone vertical for sure. So they're working fast on it. So I'm sure he got like an inside look as to like what's happening. And we kind of know like some of the stuff that's happening, right? But we just don't know specifics yet because we haven't found out.
Yeah, Din Tai Fung's coming at some point. We have Earl of Sandwich that's going to be built somewhere, wherever the hell that's going to be built. Portos is happening. New buildings that have been unnamed that are going to be happening. We had that picture that literally looks like another entry into, I could only imagine, Disney California Adventure, because it looked like a new gate that's either into Disneyland Forward, DCA, or I guess it would go to the old DCA. I don't know. But yeah, this is crazy. I hope they release this in their next meeting. You know, all those PR campaigns that they're doing around the city of Anaheim and trying to convince everybody this is a good move. We got to bring Disneyland Forward alive, which it is a good move. I'm very excited for it to happen. 4 months of membership. Oh, damn, Mia Alyssa says, happy Monday, Mondo, Danny, and the Fine Fire fam. Fired up. Love this community. That's what it's all about. Heck yeah. Thank you, Mia Alyssa. I appreciate your 4 months. Let me see. What's everybody in the chat saying? I'm just reading. We're at 200 likes. Oh, damn. Smash that like button, everybody. Smash that like button. Let's see. A lot of people, somebody said nothing is happening. At this point, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening with this.
I was standing, but now I'm sitting.
All right. Anything you want to talk about when it comes down to any of the theme parks, Danny? Disneyland, Knott's, Universal?
You talked about most of it already with the HHN. I wanted to talk about some of the craziness that released with that. A lot of changes this year. If you went to HHN last year, just the only thing I'll say about it is just check all the information on the website. Buying tickets, buying express, access to different things is so different than it was last year. So definitely make sure you do your homework before you make a selection because it's definitely not the same, especially when it comes to express.
How do you feel about early entry being a charge thing now?
I really don't like that. And I know it's only $10, but to me, it's like they took the value away from a ticket because that was part of the, it was almost like an incentive really to help Universal spread crowds out. So if you showed up early enough, you were rewarded with short waits at the mazes, albeit they were during kind of the daylight still. But a lot of people they all tend to show up at the exact same time, right when the event starts. And it just becomes like a major issue of like crowding right outside the gate with security, trying to get into the parks all right when the event starts. And so the biggest tip, literally, Mondo said it every year like a broken record. Get there early. You go to the lower lot. You can get these mazes done. Like, and it would always be like a perfect trick. And now none of that works anymore unless you pay
all
$10.
out the window.
And that's not even guaranteed to be $10. Some days it could be like $20.
Yeah. Let me tell everybody real quick. Early entry says admission to select haunted houses starts at 5:30, and early entry. Where is it? The big one too. Right here. Daytime admission to the park is not included. Access to Super Nintendo World during Halloween Horror Nights is not included. Because I feel like
if you buy Express from 2 p.m.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like some people are like, well, I could get early entry. I could do Super Nintendo World and some Horror Nights. No, you can't. You cannot. You go to early entry. Early entry most likely, once again, will be on the lower lot, which will be The Last of Us. Will most likely be included in that. But yeah, the early entry being a fee, it hurts. There's no other way to say it. It all came from the success of early entry of Super Nintendo World and how much money they're making on that. Here's the fee. So it ranges from a $10 to a $20 on the weekend. And when you go into October, that's when it goes up to $25 early entry on the weekend. So, hey, if you could go on a Wednesday, Thursday, maybe $10 is pretty worth it. $10 is not bad, I guess. It does devalue a regular ticket, though, because you're already
and that, you know what's
behind
crazy,
the curve.
Mondo? What's crazy is that a lot of people didn't take advantage of early entry for the years we had it. And that's why you would always just bang it on people's head, like, get there for early entry. But, like, no matter what, without fail, and the average guest, you know, teenagers and stuff that are coming to HHN, they're all showing up literally, like, right at the time the event starts or, like, just after. And they never participated in early entry. But,
yeah, that's a weird push. Now they want people to show up at 5:30, right?
Yeah, well, now
Kinda
what
weird.
I'm saying is now that they're, like, calling it out and they're charging money for it, and it's kind of like, hey, you're going to get access to all this stuff if you spend $10. All of a sudden, early entry, I feel like it's going to be pretty packed. Like, I feel like it's going to be way more impacted than it was, and they're going to sell out, and they're going to get people to come early. So, in all, I feel like this is bigger than what most people are talking about. Like, I feel like the amount of people that are going to show up to early entry is going to change how many people are already in the event when you go in and it starts. So,
like, you could see everything be 1 hour even quicker. Like, all the houses can be 1 hour or more faster.
And no one's talking about that because really, early entry before, no one did it.
No one did it. It was not. You knock out the weekend, Legends Collide, and then just come back to the upper side.
Now that you're calling it out as like a paid thing, and people are seeing it as like, oh, I get this advantage if I do that, like, then everyone's going to start doing it.
Yeah. And I have a feeling it's going to work because obviously early entry is good. These are going to start selling out. They're going to start selling out just like Super Nintendo World sells out. They sell out of early entry. Carolyn says... what were you going to say, Danny?
You missed a super chat from Sarah Nicole Calderon. It says, just dropping in to say fire up the likes, everybody. Have a good evening, Mondo and Dan.
Sarah Nicole, I am so excited. We're going to hit that first one twice. Hit it twice. Sorry about that, Sarah. I'm like zoned in over here. That coffee's kicking in right now. I needed it. But thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate you supporting the fire. Heck yeah.
Wait, they even changed RIP, Mondo?
Yeah, that's what somebody just commented.
The RIP.
Let's just go to RIP. We're just gonna go to RIP. What the heck do you get with the RIP? You're dropping all this money. You want that really good experience. So RIP tour, this is what you get. You get RIP admission to Halloween Horror Night houses. It's a guided walking tour of the event. One-time RIP entry to each house with a select.
One time.
Wait,
One time.
what? Wait.
One time.
Wait. What? Hold on. I didn't read this. Let me. Wait. I always interpreted RIP as you could go on as many times as you want.
No.
Get out of here, dude. Oh my God. Hold on. That like really threw me off. Ticket valid for one RIP tour admission to Halloween Horror Nights. Ticket includes a guided walking tour of the event, one-time RIP entry to each haunted house, as well as selected rides and attractions based on tour itinerary. Reserved VIP seating at a live show based on tour itinerary, while the tour with RIP tour guide, and Universal Express unlimited access with RIP credential. Oh, so you do have the unlimited.
But at select haunted houses.
Wait. At select haunted houses, rides, and attractions for the night of your tour. Express access is a separate line with a shorter wait time at each participating haunted house, ride, attraction. Does not apply to foods and retail locations. So that is a big change because I've done RIP twice.
I feel like you're not talking about like how big some of these changes are with HHN is like such a big change.
I've done RIP twice, and I get to use the RIP line, which is a separate like fast pass line as Express. Now they're throwing everybody in the Express line. So that's very interesting. Very interesting. Wow.
Did you make a video on all the HHN stuff yet?
No, I feel like I need to because like this is just a lot to handle. And look at this, Danny. Daytime admission of the park is not included. Access to
doesn't even include early access. It should include early access.
Yeah, it says you don't even. RIP does not give you Super Nintendo World either, and does not give you early access. Damn. I feel like the only words is it hurts. You're losing value. Only express line,
not
RIP line. Yeah, so that is right. I always interpreted RIP tour. You get the RIP line. Now they're pushing everybody to Express, which is still not a bad thing because it's unlimited. But Express can get kind of crazy sometimes, especially if you go on Saturdays. But yeah, no early entry for RIP and no Nintendo World. Man, it's crazy. It is a big change. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think I have to do a video, even though I'm kind of late to the game. I feel like I need to do a video on that. Jennifer in the chat, we're getting charged more and losing benefits. At this rate, the best ticket is the 2 p.m. or the after 2 p.m. ticket. Yeah, the 2 p.m. ticket, Danny, it gets you theme park admission and Horror Nights, early entry, and Super Nintendo World. So most bang for your buck on that ticket. But it's very obvious that the powers that be at Universal, I want you to go to the regular theme park, to Horror Nights, and come spend your money 2 times, essentially. It's very obvious that they push the value to the 2 p.m. Kind of crazy, dude. I didn't know that the RIP, essentially, you lost the RIP line. Only if you have your tour guide. Wow. Still no news, by the way, on everything relating to Oogie Boogie Bash. If I hear anything, we will definitely be talking about it. With Not Scary Farm, we are still in limbo and know a whole lot of nothing. Everything's up in the air over there as well. We just know the returning mazes, but I'm not going to talk about that. For Knott's Berry Farm, they're still doing a great job when it comes down to summer nights. People are having so much fun. I do know that today, Knott's Berry Farm, you're parking in the dirt field over there behind McDonald's. So the summer crowds are definitely coming to Knott's. One thing I want to bring up in today's live stream, it's just not Q&A related, but I want to bring this up. Monday through Thursdays are now the very busy days at Disneyland. The cheap ticket is now in full effect. So people are going to be coming to Disneyland for what, $89 or something, Monday through Thursday. So anybody that could come to the theme parks, you're looking for a better crowd, or at least have the hope that you have a better crowd. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Those are your top days that I recommend right now. If you're travel planning out here, if you can, those are the best days. Mainly because it's just higher tier price of tickets, so people just rather not pay that. So just want to throw that out there.
So, Mondo, they're saying, let's see, last year they went early with their Platinum Pass, early entry. So you won't get.
That's what I kept saying is I have to go to Universal and talk to people. I have a lot of questions myself.
Another person.
I feel like early entry should come with a Platinum Pass. You know what I mean? It's like, is it really asking that much of the Platinum Pass holders? You know, these are the people paying the highest price of your pass. It's a nice benefit. They're already buying a frequent fear. At least give them the early entry.
Someone else was saying, Mondo, if you know, have you seen or heard anything from the walls that are inside the arcade for a potential scare maze inside Knott's Berry Farm?
They haven't said anything, and I've heard no whispers, but I'm guessing it's going to be a maze or a house. They've done. Knott's Scary Farm has done mazes in that arcade. It's just been a long time. But I like that they're working on that maze, whatever it's going to be, so early. So that excites me because that means more detail, more stuff coming to life, and more time for that. The ones that like, I'm curious. I'm just curious what the new mazes are. That's like where I stand on everything. I just wish I could talk about them, but there's not much to say. But whatever that arcade one is, the only thing I've asked about that arcade one, I was like, is there even a lot of room to do a maze in there? Like what? And everybody says there's a lot of room. There's a lot of room to do some scary stuff in there. So I'm excited. One thing I do ask of Scary Farm is I hope there's just better lighting throughout the mazes. I feel like it got really hard last year in a lot of the mazes where like I would almost have to look through my camera lens if I was recording to see, because my camera does low light. Like my eyes physically, I couldn't see nothing. So like people trying to scare me, I didn't even know. I think it was Pumpkin Eater was one of the more predominant, like I can't see nothing. It was so dark. Pumpkin Eater's gone. So
Kristen Rios in the chat says, Mondo, what is a theme park in your background?
This is Knott's Scary Farm. Knott's Scary Farm. I'm excited. I'm excited for Knott's Scary Farm. I know I haven't talked about it much, but they're just very secretive right now about everything. So whenever they're ready to start saying, whenever they're starting to go. What are you gonna say, Daddy?
I was just gonna say, and you got your Scary Farm pass this year, so you're gonna be going a lot.
Oh yeah, I got my pass this year. Whenever Knott's is ready to start sharing stuff, we'll start talking about it a lot. And shout out to Wilf. He already said that they're going to bring the fire with the food for Scary Farm. And I'm excited. And Fiesta Village is a lot to do with that as well. So I'm excited for Scary Farm foods, even though we haven't really talked about that. But it should be good. It should be really good. All right, everybody. We got like maybe 10 more minutes. Post questions, topics. What do you guys want to talk about? I wanted to make today all about you guys. What you guys wanted us to talk about. I'm just backtracking right now on the questions. Eddie says, do you guys think Universal would ever include Treehouse of Horror at HHN? No way. Disney's probably like won't ever allow something like that, even though it'd be a great thing. Everybody would love it. But if they haven't done it now, they're not going to do it. I think for Universal, they're more excited to be pushing the Death Eaters and bringing to life the Harry Potter land, not Simpsons land anymore. So with the Platinum Pass, do we have early entry? No, not as far as I know. Not right now. Nobody has said anything about it. As far as I know right now, the answer is no. I wonder how the Five Nights at Freddy movie be when it comes out. I hope it's good. I asked Sonic, did he like playing Five Nights at Freddy? He says it's a really good game. And I was like, well, what about the story? He's like, there really isn't a story. He said the second one has more story. I don't know what all that means, but that's what he says. Let me see. Summer VF says, Danny, listen to your 5571 podcast this past week. Love your insight. Really enjoyed hearing you and Mondo's favorite restaurants. Yeah, that was a good one. Danny, let me bring up a couple things because this actually happened yesterday on the live stream. Or 2 days ago on a live stream. I was talking about how people didn't. There's a lot of restaurants that for some reason just have this standard of people say it's good, but in the new norm it's not that good. And one of the ones was this family. I think they were from Arizona. I think it was Arizona, but they went to Carnation Cafe. And they were just we hated it. And I was like, that bad? And they're like, it was expensive. We just did not like it. It's not the same. What I'm trying to get at, I feel like those restaurants, the key targets are Blue Bayou. Everybody keeps saying Blue Bayou is just not the same. And Carnation Cafe. Those are the two right now that are, everybody just keeps saying they're not the same. Do you think maybe they're just kind of writing this cuisine out until Halloween time, and maybe things get better come a new menu by then, or is Disney just taking a backtrack and they're just focused on Tiana's Place, because Tiana's Place has come to life big time as of late over there in New Orleans Square. What are your thoughts, Danny? Because I feel like at this point in time, you can't tell me Disneyland doesn't know their food sucks, or it's just not the same, and the value and the quality is just not living up to the price tag. There's no way Disneyland doesn't know. So that's what I'm trying to say. What do you think, dude?
Yeah, there's been a lot of cost-cutting measures that have hit the restaurants. Perfect example is Riverbell Terrace. I can't think of anyone besides David Vaughn recently who really enjoyed it. Everyone else says it's really bad, so I haven't given it a shot, but David says it's good, so I might have to try it. But when I went to Blue Bayou right after Fantasmic started, it was terrible. It wasn't good. They don't even have free bread anymore.
That's what my sister says. She says it's a crime. No free bread, crime.
Yeah, no free bread, and you spend $90 to eat there. It's so expensive. They used to have free fresh bread. And I asked the cast member about it, and he said that they when they added the bar and a bunch of space in the kitchen that was redone, there's a section that would they would because the Blue Bayou doesn't really have a full kitchen, right? It's they share a kitchen with Club 33 and a bunch of other places, so there's not a lot of room back there. And so apparently and when they put that bar in, and it's when they started serving alcohol and some other things, they had to forego the section that would warm the bread, because they can't bring in warm bread. It has to be warmed on the spot, I guess per food rules or something. I don't know. So because of that, they had to give up the bread to make that other stuff. So that was what he said it as, but it's just I don't know. I just feel like the fan favorites at the Blue Bayou, people took them away.
They took the chicken away. I forgot it was the chicken
and the
got
Blue
taken
Bayou
off the menu.
The Blue Bayou used to be the place to go to get the Monte Cristo, and it was a upper class Monte Cristo. And now
I was gonna say Blue Bayou was I want to be a little bougie today. Go to the Blue Bayou, but that is not the case anymore.
It's not. Honestly, the table service restaurants inside Disneyland are terrible. I can't even recommend a single one of them. I like a lot of table service restaurants at DCA, Lamplight.
Let's rank it real quick. We have Riverbell Terrace, New Orleans, or what is it called? New Orleans Square, Cafe Orleans, and Blue Bayou. Is it just 3?
Basically.
Yeah, we only have 3. Am I tripping?
You got. I mean, if you want.
Carnation Cafe. Carnation Cafe.
If you want to count Plaza Inn, like when it's character dining.
No. We can't count that. So we have Carnation Cafe, Blue Bayou, Riverbell Terrace, and Cafe Orleans. How would you rank them, Danny? I'm coming to Disneyland in summertime. I need your help, Danny. Give me, and I want to do a sit down. How do you rank them? There's 4.
Number 1 would be Carnation Cafe, but breakfast only. Number 2 would be Cafe Orleans, lunch only, pommes frites. And then number 3, Blue Bayou, I guess. And then number 4, Riverbell Terrace, because everyone says it's so bad.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't recommend, at least right now. Pre-pandemic, Carnation Cafe had a bomb menu.
Everything, dude. Their breakfast was awesome.
It is anymore, but I know that Carnation Cafe breakfast still hits hard. So I'd say I'm okay with recommending breakfast. And I know that Cafe Orleans still has a bomb lunch, especially if you want, Monte Cristo sandwich. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to the website of Disneyland to bring up the menu, and I just keep getting this. It's not working. Jeez Louise. So I can't even bring it up. If I had to rank them, I'm gonna go Cafe Orleans, lunch or dinner, number 1. Number 2. Ooh. I would have to say it has to be Carnation Cafe, but breakfast only. It's just, when you go to lunch or dinner, I'd rather just do a quick service somewhere else. So I'm going to go Cafe Orleans, number 1, number 2, Carnation Cafe, and then 3, Riverbell Terrace. Just because you're not breaking the bank when you compare it to Blue Bayou, I would put Blue Bayou at number 4, last place. Of sit downs at Disneyland, and if I had to put anything number 1, Plaza Inn Chicken. Woo! Damn, dude, the state of Disneyland sit downs is not very good right now.
It's never been good though, but it's like
but DCA is a different playing field. They got a lot of great options. Field.
And but it's on theme in my opinion, because Magic Kingdom doesn't have good food either. It's like it's very well known as like the park that doesn't have good food. So like
I'd rather go to Chick-fil-A than Magic Kingdom food when I'm out there.
Yeah.
Mystery Maid knows all the Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I go to Chick-fil-A every. Magic Kingdom's hard.
You got like Harbor House and like Cinderella's Royal Table. Who goes there? Be Our Guest restaurant.
Yeah, Be Our Guest is probably the number 1 Magic Kingdom. We got Miss JTX dropping a super chat. Blue Bayou hasn't been the same since they took away the bread. Since they took the bread away. Dude, I feel like there's 1,000 people that could feel that sentiment, where they're just like, man, it just hasn't been the same. But thank you, Miss JTX. We also got hold on. Summer VF says, what about the Magic Key Terrace? Is anyone going there? I keep hearing people go to Magic Key Terrace, and I see on social media that they love it, but I've been there. Just stay away. Go spend your money at Lamplight. Go downstairs, Wine Country Trattoria. Just do that. Do yourself a favor. Go down there. Let me see.
Am I alone in liking Wine Country Trattoria? I think
dude. No, Wine Country's fire, bro. It's fire.
Yeah.
No, it's fire. It's fire. Anybody that says the opposite, you're tripping. It's good, dude. They have a lot. I would bring up the options if the Disneyland website would work, but we got Greg dropping a 20. Hey guys, fire it up. I'm going to Disneyland 4th of July weekend. Looking forward to it. What are the best quick service restaurants? Ooh, very hard question. Danny, can you give me a top 4? Not in any order, just a top 4. What are you looking at? Top 4. 2 Disneyland, 2 DCA. Very good question, Greg. This is more entertaining than the sit down. There's a lot more.
Disneyland, Bengal barbecue for sure. If you listen to our podcast episode, I already said
Check it out. 5571.
Yeah. For sure, Bengal barbecue, can't go wrong ever. And then I would probably say, if I'm doing 2 in Disneyland, because did we do Disneyland? Did I do more than one in Disneyland? I don't think so, Manda, because we did all theme parks. But I would say if I have to pick a second one, it's probably...
There's a lot of good options at Disneyland quick service, just saying. But just
probably like Docking Bay 7. If I'm gonna pick,
Docking Bay's fire. It's fire.
Yeah. And then for DCA, for sure, I'm going with Mondo on Smoke Jumper's Grill.
Yeah.
And then
I get happy when I hear Smoke Jumper Grill. I'm like, whoo, it's good. What was
honestly,
your second one?
I really love. And I talked about it too. Like, I guess it's like a tie. I talked about it on the podcast, like how I like Paradise Garden Grill and how it's always like changing into something different all the time. So that's a fire one to check out, especially like when you're going. But I also really like Pacific Wharf Cafe. While it's still open, because I feel like they have good sandwiches and good soups and a bread bowl. So
for me, number 1, Plaza and Chicken at Disneyland. You could go there for breakfast character dining if that's your thing, but at the same time, from a quick service perspective, the Plaza and Chicken, sometimes they have roast beef, sometimes they have salmon, they have pasta there. You could get a salad, Cobb salad there. There's just a lot to choose from at that location. You have nice seating area, which goes a long way when you're doing quick services, because sometimes you can do some quick services at Disneyland. There's nowhere to eat your food. Number 2, I would have to go with Hungry Bear. Hungry Bear has just been solid for a long time. Burgers, salad, chicken sandwiches. They have funnel cakes, good desserts sometimes that are seasonal, changing. It's just solid. And once again, nice seating area. You have lots to choose from over there. Those are my top 2 at Disneyland. California Adventure, it gets a little trickier, but Smoke Jumper Grill is like a staple. I want to get a bomb burger. Go there. You want to get? They have lots to choose from because their schedule or their menus change as well throughout the season, and they have alcohol there. Yeah, the onion rings, freaking Smoke Jumper Grill onion rings, fire. The quick service is hard because I do enjoy Paradise Garden Grill. I do also enjoy what is it called? I'm just gonna throw it out there. What is it? Oh, my gosh. I'm trying to think of a quick service that I really enjoy. Damn, that number 2 is kind of tough. It's hard to beat Paradise Garden Grill because they always have so much. A quick service that never lets me down. I'm going to have to just say Paradise Garden Grill, dude. It's hard to beat that. It's hard to beat that as a number 2. The only other one that like I could kind of put it in the mix is Pim's. Pim's breakfast to me is still fire. I freaking enjoy Pim's, and that's an Avengers campus. They don't have the greatest of options, but they have a lot to choose from. So you could get salads. It's just Pim's needs a goddamn burger on the menu. Please get that dry ass chicken sandwich off the menu.
I'm surprised they don't have a giant burger, like because of the whole like big and small thing.
I know. Get that dry ass chicken sandwich off the menu, dude. I don't know how it survived this long. We got Jamie Lynn with 5 months of membership. Let's go. I was not impressed with Be Our Guest. Overpriced for okay food, but Ohana is 5 fires and would go there every single time, baby. I try to go to Ohana every single time. Do I get lucky like that? I'm like 4 out of 5 in my last trips. Where like I've got out of the last 5 trips, I've gone 4 times. Ohana's insane. I wish Disneyland had an Ohana. I don't know where they could put it, but man, it would be good. I agree, Jamie Lynn. Thank you for 5 months of membership. Let me see. I'm just reading. What is everybody saying? I'm just curious. What is your guys' top quick services at Disneyland Resort? I would love to hear. Award wiener, always fire. I never get award wiener and disappointed. I can't recall. I've been disappointed at award. Even one time I got like a veggie something, and I was like, that thing was good. I was shocked. Fried chicken at Flo's was great. I haven't had that in a long time. Yeah, stage door, freaking fire. Always fire. Let me see. I'm just reading. Yeah, I remember the Flo's breakfast. I
remember when Flo's just had good food in general.
Yeah. I haven't been to Flo's in a minute, but I have been hitting up the Cozy Cones lately. They have the new churro, the Toasty Loco snack recent that I had there. They've been having good foods at the cones. Don't forget Trader Sam's and Tangaroa Terrace. That is true. Trader Sam's is like number one. If Tangaroa Terrace was inside the restaurant or inside the theme park, it's like battle for number one breakfast spot. It really would be. Even like it'd be good for lunch and dinner. Yeah, breakfast Ronto wraps are still fire. I really enjoy those. Pizza and pasta at DCA are pretty good. I love it over there at Boardwalk Pizza. For kids, Daisy's Cafe. Yeah, Daisy's Cafe. Every time I see people post on social media, people love Daisy's Cafe. I feel like it's been a big success. I never hear no hate to Daisy's Cafe. Let me see. Mondo ignored members thing was a glitch. What? Let me see, Johnny. I'm sorry if I missed yours. Give me a second. Johnny, do I see? Just became a member. Oh, damn. What? I'm sorry for missing that. I don't know why I didn't catch that. Johnny, 5 fires. I'll see you tomorrow's members only live stream, man. Thank you, Johnny, for becoming a member of the 5 Fire community.
I sent you a link to pull up for like some OG menu items at Flo's.
Let me see.
Put that on the live. It's from Dining at Disney. Heather, she's part of Disney Food Blog.
Let me see. Oh my gosh. What? Hold on, it's just loading. Damn. Dude, things were just so different back then. Wow. When was this article? 2014, Flo's Cafe.
So this was 2 years after it opened.
Wow. Damn. They don't have that on the menu no more. Barbecue pork ribs.
With Coca-Cola barbecue sauce. Don't forget. That was the big deal at all their brisket and ribs and stuff, they had Coca-Cola barbecue sauce.
What? That's so random. Disney don't do that no more. They have a turkey dip Disney or a new turkey dip.
That was my favorite thing. I love that.
I'm shocked they don't sell that anymore. That's like a simple thing. Roast beef and cheddar sandwich. Do they sell that still? I don't even know.
Oh, they don't. They have fried chicken and like a turkey club and a burger.
Dude, look at this. They reviewed Flo's in 2013. What does that look like? Damn, 2013. Let's go to the food. I'm just curious.
Right here, Mondo.
Strip loin.
Right here.
Look at this. They had a citrus turkey salad.
Those pies they used to have. They used to have those hand pies right there.
Apple cheddar pie?
Yeah, that was an opening day item. Apple cheddar pie.
Wow, dude. Never even knew Flo's had that in my life.
Yeah, there's the Coca-Cola barbecue sauce right there.
Oh, it was right there?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, you passed it when you were looking at the pie.
Oh, right here.
The Coca-Cola barbecue sauce.
Wait, what? Am I
Right
tripping?
where you passed it. You passed it already. It was like on the beef.
Oh, right
Right
here.
there. That's the Coca-Cola barbecue sauce.
Wow, what? Damn. They're just like, we're just doing simple ass burgers now.
Yeah. Flo's had a really great menu, and then they just turned into like the worst.
Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that. To finish today's live stream, Danny, did you hear any? Have you heard anything about Fantasmic? I just want to throw it out there. Or Rogers Musical.
I haven't heard anything about Fantasmic. Rogers the Musical. We talked about it on the live stream last week. They're doing cast member previews starting on the 27th of June all the way through the 29th. Media Day will also be on the 29th. And now, just announced last week, D23 Gold members can purchase a ticket to the Media Day screenings on the 29th. So the 29th is going to be a crowded day. That's going to be cast previews, D23 member previews, and the media event. So it's going to be jam packed over there in Avengers Campus if you're over there in DCA that day.
Is there any way that show doesn't hit hard? or it's too big to fail. Like it's too important. They're gonna make it good.
I'm excited to see it once, but that show's not for me, Mondo. It wasn't made for me. I'm not the target audience.
Is it even for Marvel fans? Because it's like it's so odd. A musical from a show that wasn't that popular, which is Hawkeye. It's a weird move. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited for it. I have a reservation for opening day. I'll be watching it, I guess, the day after the media. And if we can record in there, I'll live stream it. I keep saying that. Just want to let everybody know. But we'll see how good this is and how long it lasts. Because at the end of the day, I still want an Encanto show or a Coco show or, for that matter, a Halloween show that brings to life many Halloween things. You know what I mean? It would be so cool. A Halloween musical to come to the theater there. D23 is just an invitation to spend more money. Ain't that the truth? I haven't renewed mine, the new D23 thing. I just have whatever the free one is. That's all I need. They don't do those cool events anymore, so it's just not worth it. Closing thoughts, Danny, on everything. Closing thoughts, my friend.
Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't been to the parks in a bit, at least to film anyway. I did go with some friends that hadn't been. So I'm excited to get back to the parks next weekend to showcase kind of like all the updates. I definitely want to hit up Downtown Disney and the hotels to see how much has changed over there because it's been a while for me in being over there. So definitely look forward to that. And then as far as Fantasmic, man, I haven't heard any rumblings. I would love to hear some rumors or for Disney to share something. But I feel like, we're going to get close to that Labor Day delay, Mondo, and they're going to say, hey, we're delayed again. I feel like that's just the way it's going to go. I don't know.
Just delays. My closing thoughts. Very excited. I feel like now that we're about to hit the end of June, the Halloween content from everywhere should start kind of gaining steam. They have to be marketing their event and house announcements for Scary Farm, Halloween Horror Nights, even possibly some scary Oogie Boogie teases of whatever they're going to do for their character. Because the Oogie Boogie is honestly character driven. That's kind of what pushes that event. I don't expect much change from Oogie Boogie, but I hope these new characters hit harder than whatever they brought last year. I hope Marvel comes to life even more too from a Halloween perspective. They have the werewolf now, Zombie Captain America, and hopefully they keep adding more and more. I'm going to keep an eye out on whatever they're trying to do with that stage that got set up in Avengers Campus. I don't know if it's a show debuting today, or when does the Secret Invasion debut? They said 2 days from now.
2 days, yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
on Wednesday. Because Wednesday's usually like a Disney Plus day.
So Wednesday they'll probably bring to life that stage, and I'm guessing Nick Fury could probably come to life, or I don't know. We'll see. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Awesome day and or awesome Speculation Sunday, Danny. Where could they find your podcast one more time before we get out of here?
Yeah, I just wanted to shout you out, Mondo, too. Happy Father's Day for your first Father's Day.
Thank you.
But yeah, you can find the podcast, 5571 Podcast, on all the platforms that you can listen to a podcast on. The last episode, which came out a week ago, it was with me and talking about some of the news and stuff like that. And then before that, I had one with Mondo. So go check out those. Those are live. We talked about, if you want to find out more about restaurant rankings, we did that. So go listen to that. And like I said, this week, the episode will come out on Wednesday, not tomorrow, just because I just got back from my trip today and then doing the live stream.
Eddie needs a rest. I
need a rest. I need a rest. So we'll do that tomorrow night and then get it up live so you guys can have it on Wednesday. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, looking forward to Speculation next week. We'll probably have more to talk about since I'll have in the parks and been on the ground seeing what's going on.
Yep, I'm gonna be at all 3 theme parks this week: Knott's, Universal, Disneyland. So expect a lot of content, and I think I'm gonna make a Horror Nights video, even though it's like after the fact. I feel like people want that information because if we're having issues understanding and comprehending all this new change, a regular person that's just trying to buy a ticket, like, how do they feel? Like, what?
I think the biggest change, Mondo, is that if you buy Express, it comes with the ticket. And I think that needs to be made clear because in the past, that was a huge problem because people would buy Express and didn't have a ticket. So, like, now they're together as one. So I think that's the biggest thing you need to call out. But I'd say for when you go to Knott's Berry Farm this week, try to make it like a only Scary Farm construction update video.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
I'm ready for that.
I want to see what these new mazes are looking like and just where they're at with all the other the returning mazes. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget, smash the like button before you guys get out of here. Have a good rest of the week. What am I trying to say? Have a wonderful rest of your week. There we go. And thank you so much, everybody. We are firing it down. The Cali Bay. And just as Danny are calling it a day, I'm the main host, Mondo.